Welcome to my channel. Hello kids, I'm your teacher Zell. Welcome to science class, quarter 1, week 6, day 3. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to demonstrate reusing and recycling of paper, plastic, and glass waste. Today, we're going to discuss about materials and their uses. How do we dispose this waste properly? Expected answers. For paper, dispose dry in the trash bin labeled as paper. For plastics, plastic bottles can be washed and disposed in a trash bin labeled as plastic. For glass, glass bottles can be washed and be reused or recycled. Broken ones can be disposed of in the trash bin labeled as glass. Which of the waste are made of paper, plastics, and glass? Expected answers: paper, paper bag, paper and folder. For plastic, empty water bottle, empty plastic cup, empty lotion bottle glass. For glass, wine bottles, glass bottles, and shattered mirror. Look at the picture above. What do you see in the picture? What do you think is it made from? Do you think it can be done at home? Lesson for the day is about demonstrating how to reuse and recycle different ways. What is the difference between reusing and recycling? Expected answers: reusing, using something again without changing it. Recycling, turning old things into new things by changing them. 2. What are the similarities between reusing and recycling? Expected answers: both help keep the earth clean by not throwing things away and making less trash. They both save materials because you don't need to make new things from scratch. Let's do the activity. We have here activity number 3. How can we use and recycle waste at home? Materials needed. Item from activity number 2. Scissors, glue, tape, and art materials. Part A. Look in the items sorted in the boxes from activity number 2. List down 5 items that can be reused and 5 items that can be recycled. Write your answer in the table below. Materials that can be reused and materials that can be recycled. Part B. 1. From the listed item in Part A, discuss which item can be recycled. 2. As a group, pick one item from your list that you will recycle into something new and useful. 3. Plan your recycling output. What can you create from the item? What other materials do you need to complete your output? How will you put the pieces together? 4. Create your recycling output. Carefully cut, fold, or attach material as needed. Work as a group to design and build your output. Be creative and have fun! Let's process the activity. Part A. Which of these materials can you use again? How can you use these materials again? Which of these materials can be used for something else? In what ways can these materials can change so they may be used for something else? Discuss the different ways to reuse and recycle paper, plastic, and glass. We have here paper and newspaper example. Clean and tidy papers can be cut and use them as notebook covers. These can also be used in art and crafts. Plastic bottles. They can be made as decorative flower holder. Colored glass bottles can also be made into wall decorations. They can also be painted and hung on corners as decorations. Can be arranged on the cabinets artistically. Here's the rubric for recycling activity to assess students. Reflection question. Why do you think it's important to recycle paper, plastic, and glass? How does reusing and recycling help our environment and the animals that live in it? Expected answer: reusing and recycling paper, plastic, and glass help keep our earth clean and safe. When we reuse and recycle, we make sure that trash doesn't get dumped into place where it can hurt animals and nature. Recycling also means we use fewer new materials, which help protect trees and save resources. Waste are meant to be disposed of together, while the waste that can be disposed of are put in the bin together. The can be reused and can be recycled are grouped and disposed into the garbage bin with labels of what they are made of before they will be reused and recycled. For paper, it is important that it is disposed dry in the trash bin labeled as paper. For plastics, it is important to note that plastic bags and cups can be reused and plastic bottles can be washed and disposed in the trash bin labeled as plastic. For glass, it is important to note that glass jars can be washed and be reused or recycled. Complete the map, semantic map. How do you reuse and recycle paper, plastic, and glass? Have them share their answer in class to complete the table as a class. We have here the table. Reuse. We have paper, plastic, and glass. Answer. These are the expected answers. Let's proceed now to the evaluations. Read the situations below and choose the letter of the correct answer. What is the best way to reuse an empty glass jar? How can you recycle old newspaper? Three, which of these can be recycled? 4. What should you do with plastic bottle before recycling it? 5. Why is recycling important? Answer for number 1, we have letter B. Number 2, we have C. Number 3, we have B. 4B. And number 5, B. Thank you for listening. See you next time, kids. Bye-bye.